I'm sure Jack's thrilled to have his commanding officer standing right between him and his blade. Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we did Perun's blade quest, and this time we got another blade quest to be doing. But first, a couple people that we need to talk to yet. Ashmi here. Mor Ardain is a military nation. As such, all the people organizing national affairs are military officers. Departments of finance, meteorology, justice, security, all around the military branches. To avoid power being monopolized by a select few, nobody stationed in the same place for too long. Dougal was over the moon and was assigned to administrate the largely peaceful territory of Gormott. But in the end, he failed to even serve his full term in office. Dougal. Also, I'm gonna switch QT to the lead, just because I feel like we haven't seen, like, any dialogue from QT. So yeah. Arcanile? You see the Tolerant weapons from Judicium. Then they sent our Roderick was researching them without permission. Was it asked me to help? She used to made form long ago, but their technological prowess was greater than Mor Ardain's today. There's so many things we could learn from their work. Nerd. Then there was also... See in the corner... Oh, Ferrara! Hi. Me. Ferrara, new friends, what fine Ferrara. Ferrara wanted to meet Nice Emperor, so went to the throne with no permission, but got chased by soldiers. Ferrara okay now, though. Had enough of being chased, though. Ferrara wanted to go back to Uriah Cave and snuggle up eating mushrooms, but for this trade, your walkie-walkie guidebook say walkie-walkie Napa must not go to the same place twice. It's sad, but Ferrara have to look for a different cave to snuggle up instead. Anyway, maybe we meet again. Best of luck. We'll finish Ferrara's stuff next time, because we'll have some merc missions that need doing. My lord's like a family to me. He's calm, caring, and all-around wonderful person. There's just one problem. He's still green when it comes to battle and fears the sight of blood. Kindness can be seen as weakness, so I endeavor to support my lord in whatever capacity I can. That's a weird way to terminology it. Hey there, you've done so much for a reason that I can't thank you enough. There's still an investigation, but it looks like everything he's telling them is the truth. He's room for extenuating circumstances, it seems. Maybe one day he'll be able to go back home. I mean, he's, like, home in Gormott now, but we have a heart-to-heart.
Excellent! What a spectacle! Hey, look here! This one's a military transport vessel, and that is what we call a destroyer.
You seem to be enjoying yourself, Newt.
Well, duh! The latest and greatest warships of the Ardainian Navy all in one place. Who wouldn't get excited? Ah, look over there! That one being refitted is the newest model of amphibious assault ship. It's the flagship of Division 1 of the 2nd Imperial Guard, you know.
The top option will get you 1,000 trust, the bottom one will get you 900.
My word, Newt. You really do like battleships, don't you?
No, you are totally off base.
How do you mean?
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, the terms are often incorrectly conflated. A battleship is actually the name of just one class of military vessel. When speaking more generally, the correct term is warship or combat vessel. There are many subcategories like destroyers, escort vessels, cruisers, or battleships. And of course, we can't forget transport vessels and other specialized craft. Then, you can divide them by specific duty, or by the size of the Titan they incorporate, or... Enough!
Sorry. Didn't mean to shout. That wasn't very professional of me.
Oh, really? I was only just getting to the really cool part, but... Okay. Well, I guess I'll tell you the rest later at some point. Whoa. That ship's been specifically made for the Imperial Guard. I cannot believe it's here. Come on, driver person, let's dash!
I accidentally cut out the end of her line, but you'll be able to hear it a couple times. That gets us Titan Weapon Wisdom 2, which we'll just go and pop that. I did get her salvaging mastery up, yeah. Just because, I don't know, it makes things easier for me later on. Yeah, let's go into our skip travel, because we're next off to Torgoth at the relay base in order to start the quest itself. The heart-to-heart is actually necessary in a somewhat roundabout way. We'll talk to you later. Talk to Ash first. I do hope you'll manage to get the total go through the station for a while, Lady Morag. There's always a sense of calm while you're here, as we know that whatever happens in Goma, whatever happens, will protect the peace in Goma. It would be exaggerating to say that you're a rocket shield man. Simp. Shut being up, you dogs! Dodgers die first in battle! Matrag, try again! If you did it like that on the battlefield, I'd kill you myself! No way! Diligent of our captain. It's a special Inquisitor Morag! Do Ardanian soldiers train like this every single day? Indeed we do. Every day, rain or shine, we've got to be ready to go at the drop of a hat, you know. Sounds like a tough life. Look at these softies. Softies? That's what I said! I thought these were just warmers, but apparently this is all they can do. Oh, whoops, you can insult our training regimen. Lady Morag, would you mind if I joined in with their training? I'll show them what real training is all about. Wait a second, Newt. You're not an Ardanian soldier. Go charging in, wouldn't that be more of a problem than a benefit? You're right. Newt has nothing to do with the army. Come on, Morag! I haven't said that. She is very strong. I'm sure our soldiers can learn a lot. Oh boy, Morag, you complimented me? I can't believe it. You won't regret this, I promise. Let's get started with a little sparring match, shall we? Sparring? Yep. We're just gonna let you know what kind of power you're up against. We're all doing this then. Roger that. But don't expect us to hold back because this isn't a real battle. Think you can handle our best efforts? Go for it. Our opponents will be your opponents will be our most elite soldiers. I want you two, Matrag. You can do how seeing a real soldier fights up close and personal. What? Well then, let's give it all let's all give this our best shot. That starts up. Newt recruits. We will set that.
We've been discovered.
Behave!
Behave! This one we could do as soon as we got Morag. Right? Yeah. As soon as you get Morag, but it is a little bit high level for that specifically. So, oh, you know what? I haven't changed the difficulty, have I? From when I was in a rush last episode. Ah, well. I mean, they're level 39. It's not going to be much of an issue.
Seriously? Is that all you've got? I thought the army was meant to be the pride of Mor Ardain. Looks like you need to go through basic training again.
You're definitely a strong fighter. I'll give you that. I dare say even the whole garrison would have trouble putting you down. However, the brave Imperial Army Corps represent but a fraction of the might of Mor Ardain. The real reason that our enemies tremble before us is our legions of Titan weapons, and the skill of those who operate them.
Oh! So, the Titan weapons make Mor Ardain's army, huh?
Absolutely. I believe even someone like you would struggle against one.
Ah, is that right? Well then. If the captain says so, then I guess it must be true. So, how about we go and test your theory?
Test?
A full-on demonstration of skill.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah, don't act all surprised. You're saying that you think you can beat me with one of those Titan weapons, right? So, I'm saying I accept your challenge.
No, come on. That's a super heavy class weapon. There's no way a single blade can defeat it.
He's right, Newt. Don't you think you're being a bit reckless?
No need to worry, Master Rex. Maybe you should be worrying about the Titan I'm about to crush.
But...
Enough talk. Make your preparations, Captain. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
You're serious? I'm not taking responsibility if the Titan pounds you into dust.
That's fine by me. I say bring it on. Come on, give me all you got.
Prepare to attack! Sir. Are you sure, sir?
What? Is there a problem? I haven't got all day.
We have no idea what could happen.
Come at me! Not bad, huh? These Titan weapons that you all value so much might be at the core of the Ardanian Imperial Army's strength. But you shouldn't be relying on them so much. It'll just end up holding you back. When we fought before, I saw it very clearly. The way you insist on relying on these weapons is making you slack off in your training. If you don't keep improving, the rest of the world is gonna catch up to you.
Indeed, constant improvement is essential.
Grand Marshal.
The Grand Marshal? What is he doing here?
Who? Commander of the entire army. He reports directly to His Majesty the Emperor.
Brawling in a military facility, unauthorized discharge of Titan weaponry, destruction of a Titan. These are serious infractions.
Forgive me, Grand Marshal.
We're so sorry.
Permission to speak, Grand Marshal. This was due to my lapse in judgment. There is no need to punish them. I take full responsibility for what happened.
Lady Morag, you keep strange company these days, my lady. But respect for the free will of one's blade is the mark of a truly excellent driver.
You honor me, Grand Marshal.
However, a crime is a crime. It wouldn't do to let this go unpunished. So they must work off their debt. I order you to repair the Titan Archelon. I want it in working order as soon as possible. This is top priority.
Grand Marshal, can I offer a suggestion?
Speak.
Everything that happened today, it was all my fault. The responsibility for repairing the Titan should fall on me, alone.
Oh, I wonder. What say you, Lady Morag?
If it pleases the Grand Marshal, we will lend assistance if necessary.
Very well. Then, to work.
Yes, sir, Grand Marshal, sir. I'll get to work fixing Archelon immediately. If you'll excuse me?
Now, Newt does leave a lot of, like, lore questions, like, much like, you know, before Mor Ardain existed. So, yeah.
With my skills,
Titan Weapon
we
Wisdom
can
1
keep
and
this fight up
Keen-Eye
for 100 years
2.
more.
Objectively.
I see. It's like there are 2 damaged areas. If I replace those parts, then everything should be shipshape. Parts you need? Search mounted on the dental vessel. Pretty sure you can get both of those by salvaging. Then it's my time to shine. We'll be back to those things in no time. Thanks. So we'll switch on over to Newt. Yeah, like, it's really confusing. So, like, again, what is Newt like before she, you know, if he was out and about before Mor Ardain existed, which presumably she was. I believe it's mentioned, I think, a couple times
Resume the advance.
that like, kind of progressively, blades take a little bit of influence from their drivers, so I suppose the lore-wise implication in this case would be that I guess Newt has just had a long history of Ardanian drivers, so kind of just progressively, you know, maybe she initially started off as just a general military buff, but then, you know, kind of just by being held in Ardanian hands for so long, and then being more focused onto, you know, Ardanian weaponries. So, like, Newt leaves a lot of questions lore-wise. I do kind of wish was investigated a little bit more. I think that would have been for the best, but
if I may,
it's not like a huge deal. Delta Vessel we can get from right here in Argentum. I think we actually had enough anyways, but oh no, never mind, we didn't have the search monitor. Perfect. Yeah, anywhere on Argentum you can get the Delta Vessel. Meanwhile, in Mor Ardain, very fittingly, out by Anningham Port is your best location to find them. I think there's a couple other places that you can get them, but they're not the most common item out there.
Close eye out for trouble.
Resume the advance.
And we do need, yeah.
Everything
We'll end up needing Titan Weapon Wisdom 3 in order to complete the quest, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Okay, it's over here. I can't remember exactly which port on Port Anningham the salvage point was.
I pray for your success, Master.
Again, we have a lot of salvaging mastery, so always good to have that. It's useful to have them. I think there might be one more Rare Blade with salvaging mastery. I don't fully remember. I can double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Hello. What a beauty you are!
I can probably just check by. And I think it's just these. I think it might just be the 3 that I have right now for Rare Blades. But yeah, search monitor from right here. But I don't fully remember. So yeah, again, it's a pretty quick grab there. Shouldn't be too. It's pretty common as well. So yeah. Let me check salvaging mastery. Oh, never mind. There's a lot of salvaging mastery. Okay, we have all the ones that are possible for us to get right now. Well, okay, we have Poppy Buster still. I always forget about Poppy Buster. Shulk has salvaging mastery, and then there's 2 New Game Plus ones that have salvaging mastery.
We can keep this fight up for 100 years more.
Put this here, twist that. All fixed. Well done, Newt. It wasn't all me. Couldn't have done it without your help, Rex. Thank you so much. Give over. When your friends need help, you help them. That's how it goes, you know? Now that you've finished, we should go and report to the Grand Marshal. You're right. Let's go find the Grand Marshal. But yeah, well, you have most of it. It's not the... yeah. Again, also have Pocket Buster, of course. It's possible to be grabbed by Common Blades as well. In New Game Plus, okay. I believe... oh, jeez, I always forget about this, Heart. I believe it is theoretically possible to have... what would it be? You'd have... 12... like 36 salvaging mastery, I think is theoretically possible in New Game Plus. But, like, you're not gonna actually get that. And I don't think it can proc that much. Excuse me, Grand Marshal. Come to make a report about repairs. My apologies, Newt, but the report will have to wait. You have trouble, Grand Marshal. There's some problem. Here's that a couple of ship-eating Taos have taken up residence of the Titan warship's wings. The President and I am pressed to find a solution to this infestation. Ship-eating Taos? What the hell? We gotta go drive them away! Well, you know, everyone's just been standing around waiting for them to leave. The monsters are proving stronger than we anticipated. But they were stumped as to how to proceed. Grand Marshal, permission to make a suggestion. Go on, Newt. Would you allow me to take care of the ship-eating Taos? You. I'm doubtful that even one such as you could take on a brace of ship-eating Taos. But we don't know, but if we don't do something about them, who knows what could happen. They could cause serious damage to the ship if left unchecked. So just let me at them. If you learn nothing, Newt, Grand Marshal, you will entrust this task to us. Morag. Perhaps, but it's all good, pal. Newt's power is unparalleled. Besides, she's got Thunderbolt Zeke and the Flamebringer at her side. This should be more than enough to flush out a couple of vermin. Very well, good luck. Is Zeke required for this quest? Because that's making me think that he actually isn't. But like, I'm pretty sure it's just Morag required in order to start the quest off. We'll drop on down below. Just gonna head for this one first. I don't know what's starboard and what's port. I ain't no shipologist. I also don't know my way around the ship, so like, you know. Oh wait. Oh, okay, the balcony's too far off. Portside walkway would be... Okay, what would be the best place to jump off from? The bridge. It's a great... That sounds horrible out of context. Oh, what's a good place to jump off of a bridge? Okay. No, you know what I mean. But if we... There you are. Level 42.
We've been discovered.
Tiles are pretty annoying enemies. They're a bit on the tough side. Again, I wouldn't say the toughest, but they have to change my difficulty. So, we'll have to put the second one. Or I could fall off the edge of the planet. But I think you would just end up swimming if that happened.
Excellent Concord.
So let's fix that up before I forget again. There we go. It's an easy change, I just kind of forget sometimes. Yeah. Once again, up to the bridge, run to the other side, jump off there, yada yada yada.
Let's go.
Onwards!
I do kind of... Like, one thing that I eventually want to get back to is... like... I want to see... Like, I'm curious what some of the other Blades were doing during... Or, like... You know, around the Aegis War time. Like, I feel like Xenoblade 2 has a lot of range for potential spin-off. Like, because the DLC looks into a bit of time with, you know, during the Aegis War. But, like, I don't know, seeing some of the rare Blades, what they were doing back then, would be really interesting, because you get, what is it, you have Mithra, Aegeon, and Rigid are the three that we have still, right? Am I missing any? No, it's just those two, or those three. Yeah, just those three. But, like, during the Aegis War, what was Zenobia up to? What was Newt up to? What was Cosmos doing? What was Cressette doing? Like, I would love to see stuff, you know, with a lot of the rare blades. But, oh well. Newt, reporting in. Successfully clear out the ship-eating Taos from the Titan warship. You're safe. Thank you for your effort. No problem, Grand Marshal. However, understanding if you were a soldier, acting without orders as you did would absolutely not be tolerated. So if this kind of mess does not happen again. Sir, yes, sir. Thank you for your lenience, Grand Marshal. Well, your friend here did help us with the ship-eating Taos. Allow me to express my thanks. I remember the days when the military was full of firecrackers like her. Of course, there were problems, but at least they had vim and vigor. That's what you want on your side, eh? I fear the army's grown a little staid. Stayed? Alright. In its old age, as must we all. As you say, Grand Marshal. That reminds me, Newt. Could I trouble you for a further favor? Yes, sir. I have to do that, sir. I must go inform His Majesty, the Emperor, about your accomplishment. This was your accomplishment. After all, I would be delighted if you met us at the palace. Really? Meeting the Emperor? I'm not sure I... Just accept, Newt. It's a great honor. Thank you very much. I'm rather curious as to see what happens. Newt loves the Ardainian army so much. Do You try when she meets the Emperor. Perhaps it's a good opportunity for Newt to learn an Imperial soldier's manners and courtesy. Well, it seems Lady Morak has no objection. So it's decided. Newt, you will make the report about your triumph of the Ship-Eating Taos. Yes, sir. Leave it to me, sir. Okay, Zeke is actually required for this. Alright. That's... Seems kind of weird. Because he only makes a few comments. But, alas. We'll hop on up to Hard A Dock 2. Actually, I think we need to...
Eye out for trouble.
Okay, we actually need to
Resume
head
the
out
advance.
to Hard A Gate first.
Off we go!
Hey everybody, can you just wait up a moment? What's wrong? Your face is a strange color. Didn't you eat something bad? Worms from ground look tasty, but they not. No, I didn't do anything like that. Don't assume everyone is like you. So what's up? I know that meeting the Emperor is like a huge deal, but I'm feeling this pressure to not screw up even a little bit. Nervous, are we? You know, Newt, you can be adorable sometimes. Adorable? What's that supposed to mean? Quit making fun of me. Special Wizard of Monarch! Excuse me! Messenger, what news? His Majesty the Emperor is busy with training. He begs your forgiveness, but the audience is cancelled. Huh? You saying we don't get to meet the Emperor? That's right. Maybe some other day. That's a shame. I'm pretty disappointed. Excuse me, are you Newt? Me? Yes, so what? I thought so. What if military prowess has reached Hard A Palace? Could I perhaps trouble you for a handshake? Don't break my hand. Handshake? Sure thing, I guess. Thank you. I can't believe I shook the hand of the famous Newt. Hey, okay, do I get a handshake? Me too! I heard all about you! They say you're the strongest blade there is! The whole army's in awe of you! Really, the whole army? You're just gonna make me blush. Or form a early queue for handshakes. So, if you're locked, Newt, you could join us in our training exercise. I'm gonna join you. Yes? Or I would shoot through the roof if everyone heard you were taking part. I'm just a blade, you know. There's no reason to refuse. I reckon it would be good practice for all of us. Why don't we all do it? Really? Alright then, I'll set things up. Go talk to Navarre in the Earl Central Plaza, and he'll give you the lowdown. Got it. And so we'll zip over. I guess the heart-to-hearts that I haven't done, because I didn't mention this because there was one right over here. I'll just maybe do that. New Game Plus? Yeah. I were told to go and find out about the training maneuver. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. The men are very excited to have you joining us today. A pretty large-scale thing. That's right. They were running a simulated invasion of Hard A Palace by those hostile forces. More than half the garrison here are taking part in a small operation. Intense. You don't see this kind of thing every day. We'll be on the hostile side. You'll be gunning for the Emperor. So what do we have to do exactly? Your job is to scout the city's defenses and try to break into the palace. Intercept His Majesty the Emperor and try to take him down. Take down the Emperor? Got it. We're the bad guys. Playing part of the enemy sounds like it would be an eye-opening experience for us. Our ultimate goal is to take down the Emperor, then. Well, I suppose that's one way to get to meet him. Well, I'm fired up now. We'll be attempting to neutralize your incursion at all costs. I don't find it easy to get close to His Majesty. I don't want anything less. You're holding back, yeah? I'll be starting the exercise in just a moment. You're all set. Where's Will ever be? Show on the road. So yeah. At this point, a lot of Ardanian soldiers will become potential enemies. But we're significantly higher level. You never have to fight any of them. Some majors. We got a couple of dogs out and about. Is there... I am curious if there's any... There is. Okay. Yeah, I have a couple citadels there. The level 43. They're big old Titan weapons. Again, if you're lower level, you might end up having to fight them. But they're pretty generic soldiers. We've been fighting Brionic recently. They're roughly the same. It's just... Yeah, they're soldiers, they have their Titan weapons. Yeah. There are also the flying guys somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but yeah. By the way, fast travel is disabled in Hard A Palace for the time being. If we just step out, I can show that. Yeah. Can't go to either spot. So yeah, again, it's just a bunch of soldiers out and about. could be pretty tedious if you are doing this pretty soon after you have it available, but even then, yeah, the Cetus, the flying guys, level 43, they're a bit higher level, but they can be toppled, sent down pretty far, not bad. And get jump scared by one too. Fancy. Moosh is with Nile. Hello. Emperor Nile, so we reached the goal. Greetings. Are you Newt? Yes, Your Majesty, but how do you know who I am? Old Bird told me, and you're rather loose cannon, but powerful. Thank you very much. I'm honored, Your Majesty. I'm not sure as much of a compliment as you think. You can so easily penetrate our defenses. I must confess that as ruler of the Empire, it makes feelings about it. Please don't worry, Your Majesty. Your Danish soldiers no push-ups. We didn't fight any of them. Is that so? I should take your word for it and fret no more.
What is happening here?
What the hell? Don't tell me the training exercise is still going on.
I get it. I seem to remember we weren't the only ones playing the bad guys, right? I'm sorry to ruin your fun, everybody, but we have already secured this area. The training exercise is over. Huh? Just calm down a bit and look at us, will you? Hello! We are on the same team.
Newt. It looks like these blighters aren't playing around.
I can see that. These thugs must be hoping to take advantage of the training exercise to try and assassinate the Emperor then.
Doesn't look like they want to talk, but that's where my money is.
We can't let them lay a finger on His Majesty.
Obviously.
I may be only one blade, but you'd have to cut off all 4 of my arms before I let His Majesty the Emperor come to any harm.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like they're kind of already halfway there. Like, 2 of your arms are kind of just floating. I don't know. It confuses me a little bit. Yeah, to talk, of course, like, lore-wise, she doesn't exactly make sense. Her design is a little bit all over the place. I mean, she's fine. But, yeah, she's just kind of... She's just a really weird blade. She's kind of like, in terms of, you know, combat usefulness, she's kind of tier. Chroma Towns are pretty good in general. Especially player, they're pretty good. Something I forgot. Between episodes, I did also go through and that was level 2, perfect. But I went through and used my training manuals. Most of them did go to Morag, and I got Admiral Waltz up to level 5, so that it fully recharges. Fully recharges on completion, or on crit. And, I mean, they're not the, like, axes aren't the highest crit weapons out there. I think katanas have pretty high crit, generally. But, still, axes are pretty good, and, I think Xenoblade boost strength. There's a couple of blades that will boost up your rate, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. I don't know why the flying guys always just cause so many problems. But also, there is a part of it that is just because we aren't equipped with any good healing. So, any damage that is done to us kind of feels a bit stronger than it should. But Cosmos level 3 will delete them. I do really need to get some damage heal.
Tora do this, Tora do that.
Tora actually beautiful poet in Nopon language. Not Tora's fault Zeke not understand it.
I need to be quiet for some more of the the post-battle dialogue. It's fun. Your Majesty, we are alright, no injuries. Yes, I'm unharmed. Everyone else. All good, everyone's fine. It's good. Though now our attention must turn to how our enemies managed to infiltrate the training maneuver. It raises troubling questions that must be answered. The Imperial capital's defenses must be reviewed and reconsidered. Can I help? I'm not sure I'd be of any use there. Thank you for the offer. You are very generous. I wish I could do more. It's doing anyone would do. If I could perhaps ask you to refrain from behaving quite as recklessly in the future. What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? Not as such. But if you continue barreling headlong through life as you are, and they think what happened, and many would mourn your loss. Do not forget, Your Majesty. Please hold your own life in the same high regard as the lives of those you seek to rescue. I will! I'll carve words onto my core crystal. Pledge my allegiance to the Emperor. I'd rather you pledge allegiance to your driver. Huh? Well, I mean, of course I pledge allegiance to my driver, but also the Emperor. Just don't ask me to choose who gets to be ranked higher. Because, I mean, it's a tie. I can't decide. That's just you all over, Newt. I love it. What's that supposed to mean? Even the Emperor's laughing. Now get off, you guys. Newt's fine. Newt foils a would-be assassin, thereby getting Niall's earnest thanks. Earlite chips, not bad. At least I think it's not. I believe Earlite is what you can buy from Tantal? No, apparently not. But, I mean, they're naturally are still pretty useful, to be honest. But, yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, because, yeah, I got it. But, yeah, that will do it for this time. And next time, we'll go and, yeah, we'll do, good old Doggus. Oh boy, Doggus. We'll do his Blade Quest. But until then, see you guys later.
My word, Newt. You really do like the Ardanian military, don't you?
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, obviously, the Ardanian armed forces are the finest army in the world. Unlike other countries, in Mor Ardain, the state controls the army directly, putting a lot of effort into R&D based around applying ancient technology to create the world's most modern and technologically advanced military force. By the way, the Orion military uses mercenary forces mostly, so each town's training and equipment can differ, making the units hard to balance. Mor Ardain have a ton of elite officers to lead their forces too, not least the mighty Flamebringer, of course.
I'm sorry, that's enough. I think I got the gist, though.
Oh, come on! There's tons more I've got to talk about. I know. How about I tell you stories about all the commanding officers? We'll be here till morning, so get comfortable. Excellent! What a spectacle! Hey, look here! This one's a military transport vessel, and that is what we'd call a destroyer.
You look like you're enjoying yourself, Newt.
Well, duh! The latest and greatest warships of the Ardanian Navy all in one place. Who wouldn't get excited? Ah, look over there. That one being refitted is the newest model of amphibious assault ship. It's the flagship of Division 1 of the 2nd Imperial Guard, you know.
Wow, Newt. You really like your battleships, don't you?
No, you are totally off base.
Huh? I am.
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, the terms are often incorrectly conflated. A battleship is actually the name of just one class of military vessel. When speaking more generally, the correct term is warship or combat vessel. There are many subcategories like destroyers, escort vessels, cruisers, or battleships. And of course, we can't forget transport vessels and other specialized craft. Then, you can divide them by specific duty, or by the size of the Titan they incorporate, or by their capabilities.
Okay, I get it. I don't think I remember any of that if you rattle it off so quickly.
Oh, really? I was only just getting to the really cool part, but... okay. Well, I guess I'll tell you the rest later at some point. Whoa. That ship's been specifically made for the Imperial Guard. I cannot believe it's here. Come on, driver person, let's dash!
Wow, Newt. You really like the Ardainian army, don't you?
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, obviously, the Ardainian armed forces are the finest army in the world. Unlike other countries, in Mor Ardain, the state controls the army directly, putting a lot of effort into R&D based around applying ancient technology to create the world's most modern and technologically advanced military force. By the way, the Orion military uses mercenary forces mostly, so each town's training and equipment can differ, making the units hard to balance. Mor Ardain have a ton of elite officers to lead their forces too, not least the mighty Flamebringer, of course.
Okay, I get the picture. I don't think I'd ever be able to remember all that.
Oh, come on! There's tons more I've got to talk about. I know. How about I tell you stories about all the commanding officers? We'll be here till morning, so get comfortable. Excellent! What a spectacle! Hey, look here! This one's a military transport vessel, and that is what we'd call a destroyer.
You look like you're having fun, Newt.
Well, duh! The latest and greatest warships of the Ardainian Navy all in one place. Who wouldn't get excited? Ah! Look over there! That one being refitted is the newest model of amphibious assault ship. It's the flagship of Division 1 of the 2nd Imperial Guard, you know.
Newt, you sure do like battleships, huh?
No, you are totally off base.
Huh? Off base?
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, the terms are often incorrectly conflated. A battleship is actually the name of just one class of military vessel. When speaking more generally, the correct term is warship or combat vessel. There are many subcategories like destroyers, escort vessels, cruisers, or battleships. And of course, we can't forget transport vessels and other specialized craft. Then you can divide them by specific duty, or by the size of the Titan they incorporate, or by their capabilities.
Okay. Nobody'll get anything from a lecture like that.
Oh, really? I was only just getting to the really cool part, but okay. Well, I guess I'll tell you the rest later at some point. Whoa. That ship's been specifically made for the Imperial Guard. I cannot believe it's here. Come on, driver person, let's dash!
Newt, you sure do like Ardainian military stuff, huh?
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, obviously, the Ardainian armed forces are the finest army in the world. Unlike other countries, in Mor Ardain, the state controls the army directly, putting a lot of effort into R&D based around applying ancient technology to create the world's most modern and technologically advanced military force. By the way, the Orion military uses mercenary forces mostly, so each town's training and equipment can differ, making the units hard to balance. Mor Ardain have a ton of elite officers to lead their forces too, not least the mighty Flamebringer, of course.
Fine, I get it. You can stop now. I appreciate the effort, but that's all in one ear, right out the other.
Oh, come on! There's tons more I've got to talk about. I know. How about I tell you stories about all the commanding officers? We'll be here till morning, so get comfortable. Excellent! What a spectacle! Hey, look here! This one's a military transport vessel, and that is what we'd call a destroyer.
Having fun, eh, Newt?
Well, duh! The latest and greatest warships of the Ardainian Navy all in one place. Who wouldn't get excited? Ah! Look over there! That one being refitted is the newest model of amphibious assault ship. It's the flagship of Division 1 of the 2nd Imperial Guard, you know.
Newt, you seriously like battleships, eh?
No, you are totally off base.
Off base? Me?
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, the terms are often incorrectly conflated. A battleship is actually the name of just one class of military vessel. When speaking more generally, the correct term is warship or combat vessel. There are many subcategories like destroyers, escort vessels, cruisers, or battleships. And of course, we can't forget transport vessels and other specialized craft. Then, you can divide them by specific duty, or by the size of the Titan they incorporate, or by their capabilities.
Enough already. I've got it now, so please just wind down a bit.
Oh, really? I was only just getting to the really cool part, but... okay. Well, I guess I'll tell you the rest later at some point. Whoa. That ship's been specifically made for the Imperial Guard. I cannot believe it's here. Come on, driver person, let's dash!
Newt, you seriously are an Ardanian army buff, eh?
Haha! With my skills, we can keep this fight up for 100 years more! Well, obviously, the Ardanian armed forces are the finest army in the world. Unlike other countries, in Mor Ardain, the state controls the army directly, putting a lot of effort into R&D based around applying ancient technology to create the world's most modern and technologically advanced military force. By the way, the Orion military uses mercenary forces mostly, so each town's training and equipment can differ, making the units hard to balance. Mor Ardain have a ton of elite officers to lead their forces too, not least the mighty Flamebringer, of course.
Enough already. You're talking my ear off with all this nonsense.
Oh, come on! There's tons more I've got to talk about. I know. How about I tell you stories about all the commanding officers? We'll be here till morning, so get comfortable.